Hi guys, this is Pilar and you're watching Divinely Guided. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. If you have not seen any of my other videos, I am very new to YouTube but super excited to be here. I am currently working on a series called Learn Tarot with Me, and that is because I am fairly new to tarot, so I thought it would be a great way for me to learn and help others to learn, just by starting out to do some of the most common spreads, and also doing an energy forecast for the zodiac signs. Please be advised, I do have two big dogs, so if you hear any barking or them just clanking around, as you can hear, they do just run freely. Okay. Please know that this is a general reading. Okay. So this may or may not resonate with everyone. All right. If not, then check back later on for other messages. You can also check your moon, rising, and Venus and Jupiter signs and see what videos are posted in those signs for you and see what other messages you get there. Okay. So I'm starting out by doing the Celtic Cross, and I am using this guidebook, you guys. It does help me to, it tells me what each of the position of the cards mean, as well as some of the cards that I'm not familiar with. I will refer to them, refer to the book, so I can make sure that you get the best possible message from Spirit. The way I shuffle is I usually will just shuffle until the cards come out. You know, I feel like that's, so far it's just worked for me with regards to channeling the energy that, you know, Spirit wants me to relay. So that's what works for me. In the event I don't, it's because I'm being guided not to. And that usually works for me when I go that route too. But you know, just gotta listen to my intuition and let Spirit guide the way. Okay. Wow, Gemini. This is for Gemini, if I hadn't already said that. Gemini, okay. So this is the current situation. The current situation, you have the Fool, right? Down here you have the Fool card. Fool is carefree, ready to take on all the challenges of the world, feeling like nothing can slow him down, no challenge is too big. Okay, that's awesome. All right, but also with this, you know, a Fool, exactly that, you know. I guess in a sense you could say naive to the challenges as well, you know, okay, not naive. And then what is challenging that or opposing this is the Nine of Cups. Okay. I'm going to look up that card because I just want to make sure. I do feel like this is, you know, feeling fulfilled in the emotional realm. Okay, or getting close to feeling fulfilled, but let's see what Spirit has for that when we get the rest of the cards to come out. Spirit decides. Okay. If Spirit decides to do this in a timely fashion. Like that, like the old saying goes, on God's time, you know? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Spirit, God, universe, it is what it is. It's all the same energy. All right. Up here on this top card, this is your conscious mind, your higher self, okay? Three of Wands is basically just looking out over the horizon, okay? And basically, looking for that next little piece of inspiration. Okay. The Hermit. first in the reverse, and this came out on top of it. Okay, so the Hermit in reverse. The Hermit speaks to somebody who is wise and who would take the time to, they would take their solitude so they can, you know, so they can see the light that is, you know, being shed on the situation. Okay, but this is in the reverse. So maybe that's something that you need to do, or you were previously doing or had not done in the past. This is the recent past. So we're gonna see, I'm gonna dive more into that one once Spirit gives us the rest of these cards. So this one was on the floor, on the table first. Then we have this one, this one, and this one. I do that because I just feel like that's the order in which they were supposed to be, because they landed like that. Okay, wow. Okay. You have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. Okay, the near future is the Magician, making things happen. You having the power in which to do so, all the means in which to do so. And then you have in this over here, this number 7 is your overall, how you feel overall, you know, over the entire situation. Okay. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay. This card is your external influences. So it looks like you have a lot of work going on in the background, right? But you're committed to that work, right? You're committed to that. So that's going to be an external influence. One more card, please, Spirit, for Gemini 2019 December forecast. There it is. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, wow. Okay, Gemini. Let's see what the bottom of the deck has. Okay, the Six of Swords. Okay, so the Six of Swords speaks to, you know, basically being clear on your direction, knowing where you're going, and only taking what's important and what's valuable to you. Okay. So we're going to jump into this book a little bit more just to make sure that you have the best, that you can get the best message out of this. Okay, and I'm sorry, you guys, I am feeling super tired. I don't know if it's all this work that's going on in the background that I'm feeling for Gemini or what it is, but I am beat. Gemini, are you feeling the same way? Goodness gracious. Okay, so we have the Fool. The first card of the major arcana. Okay, speaks to free spirit, a leap into the unknown, a new beginning in the unexpected. Okay, then you have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is often known as the wish card, as it symbolizes emotional and physical satisfaction of having your wishes and dreams fulfilled, enjoying the results of your hard work. Yeah, see? Told ya. It's a card of enjoying the pleasures of the senses, which may mean connecting more meaningfully to your emotions, or may mean ignoring them, especially the challenging ones. Are you well, guess what? If you're carefree, you know, maybe that's a problem. you have the Fool, who's, you know, just not paying attention, carefree, right? Free spirit. And then the situation with that is that you are feeling satisfied. So maybe you are feeling a bit complacent here, Gemini. Interesting. Let's go into this Hermit card in the recent past and see what this speaks to. Okay. Kind of get an idea of the overall, once we get an idea of the overall meaning or the overall spread. Yep, okay, so like I said, this speaks to solitude, inner wisdom, truth, patience, and experience, okay? So the Hermit card shows a mature figure carrying a lamp, which symbolizes inner wisdom, the knowledge we have built up with our life experience, which we can now use to light our way. The Hermit is a contemplative figure who looks inwards and reflects on his knowledge in order to find the way forward. The reversed aspects of the Hermit can be a feeling of isolation or loneliness, feeling uncomfortable with your inner self and unwilling to look within, okay? So maybe you're just not really trying to dig too deep right now. Like, you're fine with everything as it is, right? You do have your wish fulfillment. But if you are having some sort of inner feelings, you're ignoring them. If you are feeling, you know, a sense of loneliness or uncomfortable, you know, with your inner self, you're not expressing that. Okay. It says you might find yourself taking refuge in meaningless activities or spending time with others to avoid the unsettling call of your higher wisdom. Okay, when the Hermit appears in a reading, he indicates a time of quiet, calm, introspective, even solitude. You're likely to be seeking something, perhaps a greater understanding of your life so far, or your future path, or simply a deeper awareness of your place in the universe. It may seem time to reevaluate your priorities, values, and goals, especially if they are not allowing you to grow. So, if you're looking for more, you know, if you're looking for more, Gemini, what you've been doing so far in the recent past and ignoring this, you know, not paying attention to your inner wisdom, you're not honoring yourself, and you are not going to find it until you flip this Hermit upside down and start to actually listen to your own inner self, okay? In the near future, you have the Magician, okay? You have everything you need to make the magic happen in your life, but you're ignoring it for whatever reason, okay? So, that's interesting, okay? And I think the reason why, from what I can see, you know, your inner self, you are feeling abundant. You know what I mean? So even though you do feel abundant, maybe you are being a little complacent, you know, in that, you know, where there's still room for growth, you know, room for some more personal satisfaction and or growth, okay? But the Ten of Pentacles is, you know, that's your material aspect of things, okay? You feel like your material world is, you're feeling fine about it, right? So it's leaving you to be somewhat complacent and not being willing to look internally to see what more you can be doing, what magic you can be making happen. Okay, I totally skipped ahead, you guys. I don't know why I've been doing that. I've done that on a couple of these readings, and it's so crazy. Okay, so I'm so sorry about that. So we have your conscious mind up here is the Three of your conscious mind is the Three of Wands, okay? And the Three of Wands, you know, implies that you are kind of looking for more, right? Like you are looking for a little bit of inspiration. But it seems to be in the recent past you've been kind of ignoring it. Okay, let me just read this card just to make sure that that's what I'm, because I mean you can see like your back is turned, you know, so that's what makes me feel like in this scenario, like, yeah, you are looking out over the horizon, but to the situation here, your back is turned, okay? Interesting. Yeah, see, 3 represents a creation of something new. The opportunity to manifest the energy sparked by the Ace. So you're definitely, in your unconscious mind, you're definitely looking for something new, okay? The 3 of Wands is a card of expanding your vision and exploring the unknown. It can indicate that you have achieved quite a lot already, and now is the time to evaluate those achievements and decide which of them to build on, okay? So exactly, so that's what I was saying. You know, you might be, in the past, you may have been a little complacent and really just kind of ignoring, you know, what you could be doing, but it seems now you're starting to look for that, which is good, because you know, you do have the power, you have the Magician card, you have the power and everything that you need to make the magic happen, right? Okay, this card down here is your hidden or unconscious influences, okay? So this is the 8 of Cups in the reverse. Let me see. I haven't had the 8 of Cups in a reading, so I'm gonna have to all the way look this one up, you guys. Bear with me here. Uno momento, por favor. Okay, so 8s connect us to rhythm and harmony, but also demand that we choose our priorities, right? But this is in the reverse, so maybe you're really not super focused on that right now, on, you know, like maybe you making these changes is not your main priority right now. Let's see. The 8 of Cups brings an urge to reestablish harmony, a need to get back in touch with whatever is most meaningful in your life. This may mean taking some time for introspection to decide what is and how to change your life to accommodate it, or to decide what that is and how to change your life to accommodate it. This card is often the beginning of a journey of inner discovery, moving on from what you have built so far to seek higher wisdom and deeper understanding. Okay, so that makes perfect sense. It's right along with the rest of the story. So, Gemini, this is your subconscious mind, right? This may mean giving up parts of your life to which you become attached to give up on goals or plans which are no longer fulfilling or inspiring. This may not be popular with those around you and may mean going against the expectations of friends, family, or mainstream society. The 8 of Cups is therefore also a card of being true to yourself, even if it means making some painful decisions. But guys, this is in the reverse. So this is saying that you are not being true to yourself. Interesting. And that's because overall you are satisfied with your material world. But what about your spiritual world, Gemini? Okay? I'm going to tell you what. I've said this in a couple of my other videos. If you are a religious person, you're going to be seeking more. I know, because that's what happened to me. I was a religious person. Very much God, God, God. Very blessed. Very favored, right? But guess what? In the spiritual realm, it's not just me that's favored. It's everybody who's favored. It's just a matter of us tapping into it, right? Being aware that we are worthy of more, okay? Being aware that we are worthy of our genuine happiness. Being aware that we are and that we need to love ourselves, but also to be genuine to ourselves, right? That's spirituality. That's where the true peace comes in, right? There's a whole lot of stories in the Bible that are very consistent with spirituality. This is, but the Bible, and religion is very, in my opinion, is very closed off. Like, there's so much more to it. That's just a portion of spirituality. I'm not saying that, God, that it's not God. I am. God is the universe. God is the energy. It's all energy. Anyways, my point is that being a religious person, or having, a Christian faith or whatever your faith is just the beginning or one of the steps into a much bigger scope of life. Okay? It's just one of the pieces, you guys. So, you're looking for more. Subconsciously, you feel that there should be more, and there is. Okay? There really, truly is. And this is it. It's honoring yourself, being true to yourself. It's being your authentic self, and that is where you're going to start to find the answers to more. There is so much more, but it starts with being your authentic self, loving yourself, being true to the desires of your heart. Okay? This is your outside influences. You are, and every Gemini that I know does this. They drown themselves in work, right? They're committed to their work, which there's nothing wrong with that. But oftentimes, you're not in hermit mode. That's why this is in the reverse, because you're not taking the time to do the inner work. You're doing the outer work, which is why you have your material world, which why your material world looks fine, and that's great and that's beautiful, but that's just a piece of it. You're looking for more. I know, I've been there, and this is where it got me. Spirituality. All right. Okay. Be true to yourself. Be your true, authentic self. Love yourself. Do things that make you happy, bring you joy. You don't have to drown yourself in work in order to... Drowning yourself in work and making your material world is not going to be completely satisfying. It's only a portion of satisfaction. You can only have so much material abundance, and it's not going to be completely satisfying. It's going to be your internal peace and your internal happiness, and being able to be your authentic self and love yourself as well as others, that is going to bring you the inner peace that you are looking for in your scenario here. Okay? But you have to take the time. Okay? You're going to need to have some solitude and figure out what it is that's going to make you happy and what's going to inspire you. Okay? This next card is your hopes and fears, okay? The Queen of Wands. Okay? I'm going to read this card. I've read it before, but I haven't all the way established my relationship with that card. So I'm not able to feel it, if that makes sense. If you're a spiritual person, you understand what I'm saying. You have to establish a relationship with these, cards, because they all represent certain things, and you have to feel them in order to be able to read them intuitively. And I am not there yet with this card. A confident and passionate woman, the Queen. Okay, you guys, look, and I'm just going to tell you this since I said woman. Understand, energy has no gender, okay? So even though this is a picture of a woman in this card, if you are a gentleman and this resonates with you, and you're watching this reading, you've been drawn to this reading, this message is for you. Energy has no gender, okay? So the overall energy of this card, even though there's a woman in the picture, it can very well be for a man, okay? Queen of Wands is a confident and passionate woman. The Queen of Wands is someone who encourages and inspires others with her creativity and enthusiasm. She has learned to hold the fiery energies within and release them when the time is right so that enthusiasm is sustained and the goal can be reached. She is independent and sure of herself, full of confidence but not arrogance, with enough self-awareness to encourage others without feeling threatened by them. Like all of the fiery quartz, at times she may seem domineering or even forceful, and she is likely to have little patience with those who are unwilling to take risk. She takes a positive and optimistic approach and may get frustrated with those who she sees as unnecessarily negative or too fearful, perhaps not realizing that not everyone can be as strong-willed as her. Well, let me just tell you something. That is definitely a Gemini energy right there, right? That is so funny. Absolutely. I laugh because I know people who are very much like that, you know, that are Geminis, and that definitely suits them. Okay. Always very loving, very kind, very willing to help, encourage, and give guidance, and very strong in their demeanor and how they represent and present themselves, you know. So this is your hopes and fears, okay? And so either and it's in the upright, so you know, so you're hoping that you can continue to maintain this even though you have all of this other stuff going on. And you absolutely can. In fact, it's only going to enhance your abilities to do for others by stepping into your true, authentic self. Okay? Now, the expected outcome, or the final outcome, okay, you have the Queen of Cups, another queen, right? This is a woman who is strong in her emotions, okay? Queen of Cups is water. Water is emotions, okay? So you see at her feet, there's water down there, but it's still, it's not raging, it's calm, even waters, okay? She holds her cup and her crown is on her head, okay? She is very secure with her emotions, okay? This is going to be the outcome if you decide to step into your true, authentic self, okay? Be your authentic self, Gemini, okay? At the bottom of the deck, you have, you know, the Six of Swords. Like I said earlier, this is somebody who is sure of where they're going. Most Geminis that I know do feel this way, okay? The swords are, you know, potentially your prized possessions that you're taking with you on this journey. You know, anything that is not serving you doesn't need to go on this journey with you, okay? All right, Gemini, I hope that this resonates with you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Please feel free to let me know if you guys would like a personal reading as well, all right? Thank you.